こんにちは、皆さん。今日、私たちは日本語を勉強しています。質問があれば、私に聞いてください。Greetings, everyone. Today we're studying Japanese. If you have any questions, then feel free to ask me at any time. I'm going to continue with Immersion with Card Captor Sakura.
Today 今日は転校生を紹介するぞ。さあ、入って。今日は転校生を紹介するぞ。
ざわめき。Zawameki, to stir commotion noise. Yeah, let's see, stir commotion noise. Zarameki.
さあ、入って。
Let's see. Sats haite. Let's see. Intransitive. Okay, so enter. Okay, so what is this Sats thing? Explain the grammar of. Is this just an interjection or could it be something else? The phrase Zawameki Sats haite is not standard or grammatically correct Japanese construction. It appears. Oh, okay. It's confusing this. Let's see. Okay, this is casual emphatic prefix often attached to verbs to indicate doing something quickly, abruptly, or with the sense of just get it over with. Is frequently seen in words like satsato, meaning quickly or hurry. Okay. So, it means to enter, okay? So, zasto haite, hurry up and enter or go quickly. Sate haite. Okay, given the fragment, the user likely encountered one of the following common patterns. Sasato haite, Hurry up and enter. Sate haite. Which means well or now then. Okay. Satsu is an emphatic or speed-oriented prefix. Okay. Let's see. Sats haite is very casual speech. So one might say Sats haite as a clipped rush version of Sats to haite. Let's see. Okay, so what is this? What it says it could be the longer word. So one theory, it says it could be this. Is the toe part of the word? Is toe part of satsuto? Or is it the particle? And the word satsuto, the toe is part of the adverb itself, not a separate grammatical particle. So satsuto, quickly, promptly, immediately. The other possibility they said it could be is sate. Okay, so in this context, I would probably say that this sats is probably short for satsato. So sats haite. Sats haite.
今日は転校生を紹介するぞ。さあ入って。
この時期に転校生は珍しいですわね。転校生は
この G something に G key, okay. Kono G key. So time, season, period, phase, stage. Made from time and period, okay. Time, date, term. Okay. Kono G key ni tenkosei. So let's transfer student, or in other words, revolve, student, and then the kanji means life, but you see it in a lot of words meaning student. So revolve school life, or revolve school student, or tenkosei exchange student. Then mezurashi, rare, uncommon. So in other words, it's rare to have an exchange student at this time. Or この時期に 転校生、この時期に転校生は珍しいですわね。
今日は転校生を紹介するぞ。さあ入って。
この時期に転校生は珍しいですわね。
生徒たちのざわめき。生徒たち is students. Zarameki was stir a commotion. So a commotion from the students. Zawameki. Seito tachi no zawameki.
られてません。ほさくらちゃん
Hey, 見られてません。Let's see, so 見られる so 見る let's see, the me kanji type words, there's miru, there's mieru. Isn't there like misaru or I can't remember. So I think this is from miru, so mirareru would be receive seen, and then masen is short for imasen. In other words, are you not receiving are you not receiving seen? Or in other words, is he staring at you? Which is as you ask in the negative in Japanese often. So in other words, the question is he staring at you? And it's like, yes. Okay. I wanted to confirm that. Let's see. The three words that use that kanji. Let's see. Miru to see, miseru to show, mieru to be visible.
Sakura ちゃん見られてません。
リ・シャオラン君、香港から来たんだ。リ
So Lee, Shaolin Kun, Hong Kong kara kitanda. Lee Shaolin Kun. Let's see. Hong Kong kara kitanda. Hong Kong kara kitanda. Okay.
さくらちゃん見られてません。
リ・シャオラン君、香港から来たんだ。みんな仲良くな。リ・シャオラン君、香港から来たんだ。みんな仲良くな。リ・シャオラン君、香港から来たんだ。みんな仲良くな。
So what he's trying to say... Oh. Oh. Nakayoku na. Nakai, close, intimate, on good terms. Okay. Oh, this is just translated wrong. So this is Nakai, so this is not yo here, it's e, because remember, yoi can be pronounced as e. And then this is in the adverbial form, so it becomes nakaiku. Now let's see how he actually pronounces it, if he actually uses e or if he uses yo.
リ・シャオラン君、香港から来たんだ。みんな仲良くな。香港から来たんだ。みんな仲良くな。シャオラン君、香港から来たんだ。みんな仲良くな。
Okay, it sounds like he's saying Yoku, so we'll go with that pronunciation. Nakayoku na or Nakayoi.
リ・シャオラン君、香港から来たんだ。
さくらちゃん見られてません。
リ・シャオラン君、香港から来たんだ。みんな
Mina Nakayoku na. Everyone be on good terms with him or make friends or something along that message.
仲良くな。じゃあ席はそうだな。木の元の後ろが空いているな。じゃあ席は
See, Jaseki wa so da na. Kinomoto no. Oh, Ushido, that's right, Ushio. Kinomoto no Ushido ga
リ・シャオラン君、香港から来たんだ。みんな仲良くな。じゃあ席はそうだな。木の元の後ろが空いているな。
oh ai okay
席は
ga aiteiru na. Basically, let's see. Well, as for a seat, that's right. Behind Kinomoto is open. In other words, yeah. So, Jahaseki wa soda na. Kinomoto no ashiro ga aite iru na. Okay. It's basically this meaning, but I guess they're using this kanji for it because different kanjis have different nuances to it. Ah, here you go. You can see it right here in definition 3, to be empty. Notice how they're using that kanji for it. Just like down here. So, Jaseki wa soda na Kinomoto no Ushiro ga aiteiru na. And remember, the reason they're using the continuous form is because back from that when we were watching that museum episode, we learned that past tense usually for describing something that just became past tense, and you're trying to say it's already over, and you were doing something, but they seem to use continuous tense for describing events that are continuously true, like. So in this case, the seat is continuously open and available, so that's why they're using continuous form here. Aite iru na.
香港から来たんだ。みんな仲良くな。じゃあ席はそうだな。木の元の後ろが空いているな。 じゃあ席はそうだな。木の元の後ろが空いているな。
席はこちらですわ。
せ、席はこちらですわ。Sa. So in other words, as for the seat, it's in this direction. Well, or the seat's in this direction. So seki wa kochira desu wa sa.
席はこちらですわ。さあ。なんか膝が痛い。なんか
Let's see. Let's see, nanka something. Then shisen. One's line of sight, one's gaze. Let's see, inspection. Regard as, see, look at. Okay, and then line track. So inspecting in a line is basically someone's gaze, okay? Shisen ga itai, painful, cringy, embarrassing, sore. See, the translator uses the word. Let's see. Let's see. Somehow, I've somehow I feel like he is staring at me. They use the word itai for painful, but I guess it encompasses more emotions than just pains, as you can see in the second definition, cringy and embarrassing, though. I don't think either of those would fit this situation. I guess it seems to like... Okay, it seems to represent like uncomfortable emotions. Oh, hello, Cairo. Cairo? Yeah, Cairo. How you doing? If you have questions, feel free to ask me at any time. So, let's see. Shisen, stare gaze. So, nanka, shisen ga itai.
なんか膝が痛い。うふふふ。
はっと心が動いたり、誰はっと心が動いたり、
See, はと心が動いたり. So, moving the heart, and I'm not sure what hato is. Let's see. Midori. Oh, green or blue. Actually, oh, they use the kanji for Ao, but her name's Midori. Yeah, Ao is sort of like this greenish blue. Midori is a word that came into the language later, meaning just more like what you conceptually think of as green. Let's see, hato. Ban, prohibitions, taboo, something forbidden. Right, so moving the heart is for things like moving the heart is forbidden. What? It really touches my heart. It really touched my heart. It suddenly touched my heart. Oh, this is wrong hato. Okay, I see. Suddenly realize, remember, okay, puffing air. Hat, hut, okay. Any surprise? To move to stir, okay. This is tari when you're like listing several actions, doing such things as hato kokoro ga ugoitari.
はっと心が動いたり、だはっと心が動いたり、誰かに話したくてたまらないことがあったりして、と心が動いたり、誰かに話
誰かに話したくて. So, someone spoke in the past. Then they have kute here. Oh, this is not spoken in the past. This is the shitai form, the connective, but tai form in the connective tense. So hana su becomes hana shitai, and then hana shitai becomes hana shi takute. So want to talk to someone, but it's in the connective form. Let's see. Tamaranai koto ga attari shite. Tamaranai, intolerable, unbearable, unendurable, irresistible, but tremendous, out of this world. let's see, wanting to talk to someone, an irresistible thing. So having things. Let's see, wanting to talk to someone, having irresistible or unbearable. So wanting to talk to someone, having unbearable things. Let's see how it translates it. See, sometimes there are things I can't wait to tell someone. Let's see. Kaiwa wa, good bro, I'm looking to do the same as you practicing Japanese. Toimashita. Or Cairo said. Tamaranai. So explain the grammar of this phrase. It's wanting to tell then. Okay, tamaranai, okay. Okay, the Thai form of the verb hanasu, verb conjugated to te form is hanashi takute to connect to the following expression. It means wanting to tell. Tamaranai, this is the te tamaranai grammar point, which expresses an intense, uncontrollable feeling or emotion. When attached to the te form of desire, tai, it emphasizes that desire is overwhelming or unbearable. Oto, a normalizer that turns this preceding clause wanting to tell someone so badly I can't stand it into a noun phrase. The thing that I want to tell somebody, and then ga atari shite. This uses the tari suru pattern. Atari, the tari form of the past tense, and it's okay, aru, to exist to happen. So shite, the te form of suru. This pattern is used here to list examples vaguely or to imply there are things like, without specifying exactly what they are, often used in casual conversation to hint a reason or situation without being direct. So there are things I want to tell someone so badly I can't stand it, or something like that. I have things I'm dying to tell someone, among other things. So, okay, so in this case, the te form connecting clauses, these clauses happen at the same time. And basically, this clause is basically like helping to describe this one. Wanting to tell someone, unbearably wanting to tell someone, kind of thing. And then there are things like having an unbearable wanting to tell someone something. So, 誰かに話したくてたまらないことがあったりして。
と心が動いたり、誰かに話したくてたまらないことがあったりして、それを作文に書きたいな。
どうして Oh, what is he doing?
と心が動いたり、誰かにと心が動いたり。
Okay. Could see the time. 12, 1, 2. It's almost 2 o'clock. It's a 1:50.
誰かに話したくてたまらないことがあったりして、それを作文に書きたいな。
どうして？
どう書け
私
ば
この子と今日初めて会ったのに。
で、それを作文に書きたいな。
どうして？
どう書け
私
ば
この
私この子と、私この子と今日初めて会ったのに。So, so, to, so today, began, met, but then met in past tense. I just met this kid for the first time today, but let's see. Watashi kono koto, okay, this kid child, okay. So, okay, particle indicating companion with, okay, kyo today, hajimete for the first time, atta past tense to meet, noni conjugation meaning even though or despite. Omission of topic particle wa. In standard grammar, the subject I would be marked with watashi wa. However, in casual spoken Japanese, the topic particle wa is frequently omitted when the speaker is clearly the subject. Okay, companion particle. The particle to indicates person with whom an action is performed. It is equivalent to with in English when meeting, talking, or eating with someone. Past tense okay, it's conjugated to past tense atta. Okay, usage. Past tense is required here because the meeting has already occurred earlier today. Hajimete means for the first time. Let's see, it modifies the verb phrase to indicate that this is the initial account or placement. It typically comes before the verb, often after time words like today. Phrase, kyo hajimete atta, met for the first time today. The conjunction no ni. Sentence ends with no ni, which connects two contradictory facts. It translates to even though, or although, or despite the fact. Okay, structure. Past plain form verb plus no ni. It implies the result following. This clause is unexpected given the premise. We met today. Expected result would be we should be strangers. Okay, yeah. Let's see. Is hajimete atta. Using two verbs, or is the first one considered an adverb? In the phrase hajimete atta, there is only one verb. Atta is the verb to meet. Hajimete functions as an adverb for the first time, although hajimete looks like a verb from the te form of hajimeru to start. In this specific context, it is written with the kanji ba meaning first rather than with the kanji meaning to start. This distinguishes it as an adverbial noun modifying the verb that follows rather than a conjugated verb itself. Oh, interesting. I did not know that. You can't use that kanji when you mean the verb meaning. So, watashi kono koto kyou hajimete atta no ni. Or if this had more particles in it, would be watashi wa kono koto kyou hajimete atta no ni. Yeah.
はっと心が動いたり、誰かに話したくてたまらないことがあったりして、それを作文に書きたいな。
どうして？私この子と今日初めて会ったのに。
なんで What reason? Or why is he doing this? What reason?
どうして？私この子と今日初めて会ったのに。
まず
チャイム。疲れる。tired.
ちょっと。何？極低誘直真剣司法。何？極低誘。
See, Yuchoku Shinken. Yuchoku Shinken, serious, earnest. Let's see. By imperial decree of the Jade Emperor, the divine inkstone in all directions. I thought this Yucho was supposed to be for the kanji in front of it, but there's too many kanji in front of it. Oh, it's the second. Okay, so this is just for these two kanji in front of it. It's Yuchoku. And then this is for explain the grammar of Shinken. The character kin means inkstone. It is highly likely a type. It's probably not a typo, but okay. Let's see. It is highly likely a typo for Shinken Genkin Divine Sword. Oh, they're thinking that maybe it needed the kin kanji. That one with the sword, used for swords, okay. Let's see, or Shinken Divine Sages, or potentially Shinken Divine Providence. In the context of the Jade Emperor issuing an edict. Okay, so the first one is Jade Emperor. First two kanji. Edict, Divine Sword, or a reference to the four directions. Is that Yokata? Such as the military administrative decree, however, that translates to divine inkstone, which is semantically unusual for an imperial edict context unless referring to an instrument of writing itself. Then yuchoku, a verb meaning to have. Is a noun meaning imperial edict. Together means there is an edict exists. Let's see. First two kanji, Gyokutei, the Jade Emperor. Gyokutei, okay. Yuchoku has issued an edict. Then Shinho, okay. The four directions, the whole world, okay. So the phrase, let's see, the phrase blah is grammatically disoriented is a standard classical Chinese. A sentence like the Jade Emperor has an edict. Four directions would typically use prepositions like, okay, a more standard construction, okay, the Jade Emperor commands the four directions. Let's see, if I tell it it's Japanese, did that change the translations any? Let's see. Gyokutei, Jade Emperor. Yuchoku, which is, so you to exist, and then choku, edict. So the Jade Emperor has an edict. Gyokutei, Yuchoku, okay. Shinken, okay. Yeah, they're thinking it should be, AI thinks it should be this guy instead. But anyway, let's see, Shinken, object instrument. And then Shinken, Shiho, the 4 cardinal directions. So wait, the sword of the 4 cardinal directions. See, by imperial decree of the Jade Emperor of the Divine. Let's see, the divine sword shall reign over the 4 corners of the world. Shiho, okay.
Nani?
玉帝遊直真剣司法金木水火土来風来電進捗司法金木水
Let's. Oh.
遊直真剣司法金木水火土
Kinbo Sui Kaho. Kinbo Sui Kaho. Yeah, this is essentially the kanji right here for gold, wood, water, fire, earth. Let's see. Oh, wait, what? It says metal. Isn't that gold? Maybe the same kanji's used. Let's see. So metal, wood, water, fire, earth. Okay, let's see. Thunder. Kaminari. Oh yeah, thunder. Kaminari. Or lightning. Okay. And then Shinshoku. This was Oracle. Or Imperial Order on Gods. Okay. So by the decree of the Jade Emperor, the divine sword shines upon the 4 corners of the world: metal, wood, water, fire, earth, thunder, wind, lightning, by divine decree. By divine decree.
玉帝遊直真剣司法金木水火土来風来電進捗司法金木水火土来風来電進捗
Oh, he doesn't appear to be saying Kaminari here. Raiden. Okay, thunder and lightning. Hmm.
遊直真剣司法金木水火土来風来電進捗玉帝遊直真剣司法
And then he's just repeating the chant at this point.
金木水火土来風来電進捗桂馬霹靂電光で
Let's see, Keima. So this is Keima Knight. Oh no. That's strange. It's saying the kanji should look like this, but we see completely different kanji. Knight, and then Hekiremi. I guess this is an alternative kanji for it. Let's see, and then Hekiremi, Thunderclap, Knight's Thunderclap, Tinkle, Lightning, Utate, turning around suddenly abruptly. With a light, polish, the thunderclap flashes, the lightning strikes across the sky.
風来電進捗玉帝遊直真剣司法金木水火土来風来電進捗桂馬霹靂電光で急風如律令
Kyugyu. I think he said Kyugyu.
来風来電進捗桂馬霹靂電光で急風如律令 金木水火土来風来電進捗桂馬霹靂電光で急風如律
Okay, so he said QQ. So QQ, basically this kanji right here repeats the sound, but often it changes it, but with adding a 10-10 mark, but it didn't in this case. So QQ, so suddenly, abrupt, hurriedly. Okay, and then let's see. Noriri? Norivyor. Execute the command without delay. Oh, it's saying this is basically Chinese, just being phrases that are used in Japanese to be magical phrases. Let's see. QQ, an adverbial reduplication meaning urgently, then Neo, Joe, a verb preposition meaning like or as. Vroid Studio, a noun referring to laws or decrees. Okay, Ryode, a noun meaning order or decree. The phrase functions as a command or imperative formula structured as. Okay.
玉帝遊直真剣司法金木水火土来風来電進捗桂馬霹靂電光で急風如律令 やっぱりお前クローカード持ってるな
Yappari. Omae, Kurao Kado Motteru na. So, as I thought, you have a cloud card. Or as I thought, you're holding a cloud card.
Yappari! やっぱりお前クローカード持ってるな。
どうして？
Wait.
どうし
Doshite, like, I guess it's usually for, like, what are you doing? But it feels like it's being used, like, more like how. Okay, interesting, it's translated as how in the translator. Let's see. Explain the grammar of... Yeah, usually doshite is how you do it, to be doing. Let's see, meaning why or how come? Let's see, in this specific position, it functions as a standalone question asking the reason or circumstance to the fact just stated. Oh, so it's not so much, what are you doing? Well, what way are you doing? But like, how are you doing this? Okay. Like,
やっぱりお前クローカード持ってるな。
どうして？
この羅針盤はクローカード。
どうして？
この羅
the Rashinba compass made from gauze, silk, roam, arranged, spread on okay, needle, pen, tray, shallow bowl. Yeah, that sounds like the kind of materials you'd be using to make a primitive compass. Bowl of water and a needle. And some gauze or silk to basically hold it up so you can move around with it. And also so that the weight would be evenly balanced and not move the needle too much for movement. So, Rashinban. So, kono Rashinban wa, or this Rashinban,
どうして？
or this compass.
この羅針盤はクローカードを探すために作られたものだからな。
see. クラカードを
この羅針盤はクローカードを探すために作られた。
Oh, that's Sagasu. Okay. クラカードを探す、探すため。Let's see. 探すため. That's right. Tame doesn't need uses no if you're using it with noun, but if you're using it with a verb, you don't need no. Okay, so tame ni 使う. Let's see. Skuru is to make. Skau was to use. Let's see. Monoda. Okay. Oh, so they are using. Okay, this is Skudu. Okay, Skudu to make. So, skurareru is received making. So, when they're skurareta is past tense received making. So, it was a made thing for the with the purpose of searching for cloud cards. So this was made for the purpose of finding cloud cards. Kurakado wo sugasu tame ni tsukurareta mono da kara na. Yeah. And tame is how you say something, the purpose of something.
この羅針盤はクローカードを探すために作られたものだからな。羅針盤はクローカードを探すために作られたものだからな。だぜ。
Dase out. Wait, that's dase. That is take out. I guess take them out.
だぜ。
Yeah. That's from Dasu. Take them out, yeah. To put out, to reveal, to show. Wait, it's just supposed to be hand them over, not take them out? I guess the hand gesture would show hand them over.
クローカードを探すために作られたものだからな。ために作られた。どうして？この羅針盤はクローカー
So Dase So just by itself, I guess it tends to be interpreted as not take it out, but hand it over, okay? To put out, to reveal, to show, to take out. To publish, to make. So when used as a standalone words, it means hand it over, okay? Dase.
カードを探すために作られたものだからな。だぜ。
何を？
クローカード。
ダメ。だってキュラちゃんと約束したんだもん。
Dame or no, bad or no. Dame, date, that. So from that or that said, Kira-chan to something.
クローカード。
ダメ。だってキュラちゃんと約束したんだもん。
Yeah, Nanio is basically like Nanio shite. Or, what are you doing?
クローカード。
ダメ。だってキュラちゃんと約束したんだもん。
Oh, yaks. Yakusoku, promise. Agreement or it can also be appointment. So appointment. Kira-chan to yakusoku shitandamon, or in other words, no, or I can't. That said, I made a promise with Kiro-chan. Dame date Kira-chan to yakusoku shitandamon.
クローカード。
ダメ。だってキュラちゃんと約束したんだもん。カード全部集めるってなんだもん。カード全部
Kado zenbu atsumeru te.
集めるって。
Atsumeru. So I'm gonna collect. Let's see. Is this sute supposed to be the quoting to say or the to do to say? I know this meaning basically I'm gonna collect all the cards. But which sute is this? Yeah, Zenbu all. Entire, let's see. Let's see, it says this sute is a contraction of Toei-yu. See, it's a casual way to refer to the action of collecting all the cards, often used to introduce a topic, quote someone, or ask for opinion. Okay, so why is sute here? Appears at the end, primarily for two casual conversational reasons, quoting or reporting hearsay. Shite is a contraction of to, and to ite imashita is used to quote someone or reporting information you heard, often with the verb to say, okay. Introducing a topic. Okay. Let's see. Sute can also function as a casual topic marker, replacing wa or toiyu no wa. It sets up the phrase collecting all the cards as the topic of discussion, inviting an opinion reaction. Could it mean toshite in this case? No, te in this context does not mean toshite, meaning as in the capacity of. Toshite indicates a role, capacity, or qualification as a collector. So, which sute is this most likely? It's most likely the toiteru, equivalent toiteru. No, okay, no, it can't be the quote in here. Say, this is being said to someone for the first time. Let's see. If this is being said to someone for the first time, i.e., you're directly telling them about an intention or plan, not quoting a third party, the sute is functioning as a casual topic marker or explanatory marker. In this context, it is shortening toiyu no wa or simply no wa. Okay, so casual topic marker. Okay. Kado zenbu atsumeru te. Atsumeru.
だってキュラちゃんと約束したんだもん。カード全部集めるって。
ケロちゃん、ケルベロスか、封印の獣の。ケロちゃん、
Kero-chan, Keruberusu ka? Fui no kimono, I think it was.
ちゃんと約束したんだもん。カード全部集めるって。
ケロちゃん、ケルベロスか、封印の獣。
Oh, kimono, yeah. Fui no kimono. So,
カード全部集めるって。
ケロ、
yeah. Kero-chan, Keroberus ka? So, is it Keroberusu? Or in other words, do you mean Keroberusu? Fui no kimono? No. The Sealing Beast? That's interesting. They call him Kero-chan Ceroberus. Okay, the Sealed Beast.
ちゃん、ケルベロスか、封印の獣の。
知ってるの？
Shiteru no. How did you know that?
ケロちゃん、ケルベロスか、封印の獣の。
知ってるの？
ケルベロスがいるのに。封印の獣の。
知ってるの？
ケルベロ。
Keroberusu ga iru no ni. So, if Keroberusu exists,
封印の獣の
知ってるの？
ケルベロスがいるのにどうしてこんな子供にカードを持たせとくんだ。どうして
どうしてこんな子を子供やどうしてこの子供や子供どうしてこんな子供にカードをも持たせとくんだ。So what is he doing with this kind of kid? Cards. Let's holding the cards, and I'm not sure what the end's saying. So motase to that's motsu to hold in one's hands. Okay. Why is it having trouble translating this? There you go, Kodomo. Explain the... Oh! Keroberusu ga iru. I think he's actually trying to say Keroberusu's here. That's what I think he's actually trying to say. Motaseru is a cop. Oh, that's right, causative. That's right, you use the ta form. So motsu becomes mota, and then motaseru, and then if you drop off the ru, it becomes the noun form causative, I guess? Or motase... Let's see. Motaseru is the causative of motsu, to make or to let. Then teoku, shortened to toku in casual speech, means to do something in advance. Oh, okay, so this is a contraction. The te on the end of motosete got contracted with oku and became toku. Motase toku, tokunda. So in other words, to put in place, causing to hold. So the subject we're talking about is Keroberusu, so he's the one that's doing the causing. And what is he doing? He's kodomo ni kado motaseru. So he's doing the motsu. So he's causing a child to hold, this kind of child to hold. So he's, or causing or allowing. So allowing's probably a better translation. So he's asking, what is he allow? Why is he allowing this kind of child to hold the cards? Why did he put in place, or went out of his way to put in place this child holding the cards? Let's see. With Cerberus around, why on earth would he let a kid like this carry a card? Okay, so Keroberosu's existing, and that's contradicted because he's saying Noni and then saying why would let if he's around, why would he let this kind of a kid hold in the card? So どうしてこんな子供にカードを持たせとくんだ。
おちゃんケルベロスか、封印の獣の。
知ってるの？
ケルベロスがいるのにどうしてこんな子供にカードを持たせとくんだ。
ケロちゃん、今魔力が足りなくて大きくなれないから。
ケロちゃん、今
カードを持たせとくんだ。
ケロちゃん、今魔力が足りなく
て。ケロちゃん、今魔力が足りなくて、大きくなれないから、so become, let's see, not able to become, let's see, not able to become big. Let's see, something about, as of right now, his magical power. Marioku, magical powers, supernatural powers. Tarinakute, tariru, to be sufficient, to be worth doing, okay? So as for Kyo-chan, right now, his powers are not sufficient. This is basically conjugated to tariru, to tarinai, and then connected form tarinakute. So in other words, as for Kiro-chan, not sufficient magical powers to be big, to become big. So he doesn't have sufficient magical powers to be able to become big. Or, yeah, this is from Oki, which is an adverbial form, Okiku, and then Narenai is from Naru, becoming Nareru, able to become, and then Narenai, not able to become. So, Kiro-chan, ima Marioku, Kiro-chan, ima Marioku ga tarinakute, okiku narenai kara dakara. So he's not able to become, he doesn't have the magical powers to become big, and from that, and then she's sort of ending that statement and then going into because it was her mistake. I guess she's thinking about her mistake that caused him to lose all his powers because all the cards went everywhere.
カードを持たせとくんだ。
ケロちゃん、今魔力が足りなくて大きくなれないから。だから
ケルベロスのシンボルはタイ。
Oh, okay. So that Dakara wasn't so much about her thinking about what she did. Was more she's trying to say it's because he doesn't have the ability, the magical powers to become big. But why would she end it with Kara and then Dakara after that? Maybe she was gonna say something else, but then just ended it there.
ケロちゃん、今魔力が足りなくて大きくなれないから、だから。
ケルベロスのシンボル。
Okay, she didn't seem like she was gonna do that. I know kata's used for like saying one statement comes from that comes to something else, and she didn't finish that. Hmm.
ケロちゃん。
Why does it end with kata followed by dakara? The sentence structure separates reason from the conclusion into two distinct clauses for emphasis and natural flow. So, clause 1, because Kiro-chan currently lacks enough magical power to become larger or to grow. Clause 2, dakara, therefore, so that's why. Okay, this part ends with kata because it explicitly marks the preceding statement as the cause or reason. In Japanese, kata attaches to the verb adjective phrase to indicate because. Okay, clause 2. This dakara acts as a conjunction, specifically the setsuzoku kushi, that starts the next independent sentence or clause. It translates to that is why or so, and points back to the reason. Okay, so she was going to say something else and then she just got interrupted.
ケルベロスがいるのにどうしてこんな子供にカードを持たせとくんだ。
ケロちゃん、今魔力が足りなくて大きくなれないから、だから。
ケルベロスのシンボルは太陽。
Shuokami. Okay, I think it's having trouble with names. So, Keruberusu no Shimboru wa Taiyo-san. Shinboru, symbol. So, symbol of the sun. Oh, so Keruberusu's symbol's the sun. Okay. Saying what his symbol is. His symbol is the sun. Xiaolang. Okay, it's what the translator says his name is. But I know I believe it's called Lee though. But so Keruberusu no Shimboru wa Taiyo. Kanji bean. Thick, big, round, sunshine. Okay. Yang, principal, positive, male, heaven, daytime.
今魔力が足りなくて大きくなれないから、だから。
ケルベロスのシンボルは太陽、炎と地を司るもの。
だから。
ケルベロスのシンボルは太陽、炎と
炎と
地を司る。
地を司るもの。使る、 Skasadoru. To be in charge of, to manage, to direct, to administer, to preside over, to rule, to govern, to control. Skasadoru. So he rules over Hono, the flame blaze. I think fire might also be a good translation. Let's see, Hono, and then Chi, earth, ground, land. Skasadoru, okay. Hono to Chi o Skasadoru mono. So, he governs the flame in the earth.
だから
ケルベロスのシンボルは太陽、炎と地を司るもの。ケルベロスのシンボルは太陽、炎と地を司るもの。どっちのカードもないのか。どっちのカード。
どっちのカード。Let's see. どっちのカードもないのか? So let's see. Which card does not exist? So which cards do you not have? Dochi no kado mo nai no ka. Dochira, which way, which directions, which one? Dochi no kado mo nai no ka. And this is the interrogative no, basically seeking information or answering the question no.
いいよ、炎と地を司るもの。どっちのカードもないのか。いつから探してるんだ。
Wait, she responded with yes, un? Isn't this question being asked in the negative though?
司るもの。どっちの。
Let's see, don't you have either of those cards? Let's see, he's using Mo in there, so... Okay, maybe that's where the either comes from, the fact that he uses Mo in there? So, Dochi no Kado, so which card? Which of all the cards do you not have? Or, in other words, don't you have either cards?
司るもの。
だから
ケルベロスのシンボルは太陽、炎と地を司るもの。どっちのカードもないのか。どっちのカードもないのか。
But maybe the fact that she said, okay, maybe this is supposed to be a long drawn out like this is supposed to be one word, and maybe she did say no. Because a short un is yes, and a long un is no. Yeah, that's probably it.
いつから探してるんだ？
いつから、
どっちのカードもないのか？いつから探してるんだ？
いつから探してるんだ？Oh, so sagasu. Okay, so sagashiteru. Oh, so from when have you been searching? Or in other words, how long have you been searching? Itsu kara sagashiteruんだ?
どっちのカードもないのか？いつから探してるんだ？
Why does it sound like he's saying ba?
ないのか？いつから探してるんだ？
今年の4月。
See, 今年のkotoshi, so this year, and then no yogatsu, I think she said. Let's see.
探してるんだ。
今年の4月。
Oh, shigatsu. Okay. So in other words, from April of this year's for the number with gatsu is how you say the name of the month. So shigatsu is April, but if you wanted to say a quantity of months, you would use getsu, or something like, I guess, shikagetsu, 4 months. Let's see, shikagetsu. Wow, shigatsu is April.
どっちのカードもないのか？いつから探してるんだ？
今年の4月。
Oh, remember in the Japanese school year, the school year begins in January and ends in December, unlike the US school year, which begins in roughly August and ends in May. That's part of the reasons why it was so strange for someone to be moving into their classroom at this time, because I'm not sure how long she's been searching for the cards, but she started in April, which means they were already 4 months into the school year.
いつから探してるんだ？
今年の4月。
2ヶ月も探してるのにまだ揃ってないのか？探してるんだ。
今年の4月。
2ヶ月。
Let's see.
いつも探し。
今年の4月。
2ヶ月も探し。
Nikagetsu. Okay, so 2 months. Nikagetsu mo sagashiterun no ni. So you've been searching for 2 months. So that means it must be June in their time frame. And still sorot てないのか。So to be complete, to be all present, to make full set. So it's an existing in a state of not a full set. So in other words, you've been searching, despite the fact you've been searching for 2 months, it's still not a full set. Basically being asked as a question, and I'm not, let's see, most likely a rhetorical question, but it's being asked like a question. So continuous negative, so sorou becomes soretenai. So 2ヶ月も探してるのにまだそれってないのか。
探してるんだ。
今年の4月。
2ヶ月も探してるのにまだ揃ってないのか。
そうだけど just that. Yeah, well, I guess so. Okay. So as in what you're basically saying, or your way, or what you're talking about. So dake though, just what you said. Well, I guess so.
今年の4月。
2ヶ月も探してるのにまだ揃ってないのか。
そうだけど、あなたこそどうして黒カードのこと知ってるのよ。
あなたこそどうしてクラウカードのことしてるのよ。So you as well. So what are you doing knowing about the cloud cards? So あなたこそどうしてクラウカードのことしてるのよ。
そうだけど、あなたこそどうして黒カードのこと知ってるのよ。
お前には関係ない。
あなたこそどうして黒カードのこと知ってるのよ。
お前には関係。
お前には関係ない。Let's see. 関係ない。Unrelated, irrelevant, unconcerned. So it's omae is you, and for reference, it's generally a very casual or disrespectful way to say you, depending on context. So in other words, it's kankinai, so it's irrelevant to you, or it's not a concern of yours. Omae ni kankinai. It's made from the kanji of connection and then person in charge. Let's see, isn't kanke by itself a word? Yes, it is. Let's see, is kankinai its own word, or is it kanke wa nai? See, kankenai is a standard independent word used in Japanese to be no relation or irrelevant, doesn't matter. It is not grammatically constructed as kanke wa nai, while kanke means relation, connection, and nai means not or none. The phrase kanke wa nai is not a natural or standard way to express the concept. A compound adjective verb form meaning irrelevant or not related. Kanke ga nai, the formal grammatical structure using the subject moku ga, means there's no relation. In casual speech, ga is often dropped, resulting in kanke nai. So, let's see, is kanke nai and kanke ga nai the same thing? Yes, kanke nai and kanke ga nai mean exactly the same thing. Relevant, no relation, doesn't matter. The difference is purely grammatical and stylistic. So, is kanke nai not its own word, but a sentence? Kanke nai is technically a sentence fragment or phrase that has evolved into a fixed expression rather than a single dictionary word in the strictest morphological sense, though it functions like one. See, while dictionaries often label it as an expression or phrase rather than a standalone compound noun, okay, it behaves grammatically like a na adjective or I adjective, depending on the analysis. You can conjugate kanke nakata for past tense or kanke nakute, which makes it function effectively as a single word in practice. Yeah, but you could do that whether it's two words or a sentence. Whether it's a sentence or clause or not, though. So while it started as a mini sentence, it is now treated as a fixed lexical unit, a set phrase.
お前には関係ない。残りは俺が探す。
残りは
お前には関係ない。残りは俺が探す。黒カードのこと知ってるのよ。お前には関係ない。残りは俺が
残りは俺が探す。So something I'm gonna search. So I'm gonna search for them, I guess. Nokori, remainder, remnant, rest of. So as for the rest of them, I'm gonna search for them. So I'm gonna search for the rest of the cards. Nokori. This comes from Nokoru. To remain, to be left. So Nokori, remainder. Nokori wa ore ga sagasu.
黒カードのこと知ってるのよ。
お前には関係ない。残りは俺が探す。貸せ。
貸せ。To lend, to loan, to rent out, to hire it out, to hand over. In other words, okay, hand it over in reference to the cards. Kase.
お前には関係ない。残りは俺が探す。貸せ。
ダメなの。これは私がケロちゃんと。
ダメ no or bad ダメなの so no no okay これは私がケロちゃんと so as for this I with Kyoto-chan basically I think she's trying to say I promised with Kyoto-chan but it's trailing off from there the sentence isn't completed so ダメなのこれは私がケロちゃんと
ダメなの。これは私がケロちゃんと。
そうか、そのポケットか。そうか。
そうか is that so そのポケットか so is it in the pocket though I think that's more of a rhetorical question it's like more of like a thought so it's in the pocket just like Soka is a rhetorical being used as a rhetorical question I see the pocket then そうかそのポケットか
ダメなの。これは私がケロちゃんと。
そうか、そのポケットか。
さくらちゃん。さくらちゃん。
よこせダメyokosu to send forward to hand over example money okay so yoko says hand it over dame no
さくらちゃん。
やめえ、うちの妹に何してやがる。
手前うちの妹に何してやがるため so you let's see you I me oneself myself yourself so uchi no imoto my sister in this case my little sister as imoto implies and then nani shite so what are you doing yagaru to have the nerve to explain the grammar of okay, possessive phrase meaning my or my family's, okay, imoto, sister, ni, nani shite, te form used here to connect the auxiliary verb follows. So, the te form is used here to connect the auxiliary verb that follows. Yagaru, auxiliary verb attached to te form of verb to express contempt, disgust, or indignation towards the subject's actions. It is extremely rude and aggressive, often implying that the action was despicable, unnecessary, or harmful. Is frequently used in anime, manga, or heated arguments to show the speaker's anger. While a neutral translation might be what are you doing to my sister, the inclusion of yagaru adds a strong emotional layer, translating roughly to what the H did you do to my sister, or what the H are you doing to my sister? Or look what you did to my sister, with a tone of outrage and contempt. So yagaru. So to have the nerve to. See, this is considered a go down verb. So what are you doing to have the nerve to? So tame or you, uchi no imoto ni nani shite yagaru. So you, what are you doing to my sister? Or without dropping the particles would be tame ga uchi no imoto ni nani shite yagaru.
てめえうちの妹に何してやがるてめえうちの妹に何してやがる
お兄ちゃんさくらちゃん
てめえうちの妹に何してやがる
Shitsuman ga arimasu ka? Are there any questions? If there's no questions, we're going to raid, so please stick around for that. See. Okay, so we're gonna raid Cry Stylized, who's playing, I think the game's called iMode. See, the second person we're gonna raid is Teme. Okay, so Okay, we're gonna raid Sun Tsunami, who's playing Super Smash Brothers for the second raid. And for the last raid, we're gonna raid Bog Nagas, who's playing Star Citizen. So, 皆さん、お気をつけて、また明日。Goodbye, everyone. See you tomorrow.